Well, this game was West Ham Part 2. This was Arsenal West Ham Part 2. Smash and grab. The first half, we had so many chances. We should have finished our dinner. It's the story of our season. We have not been efficient in front of goal. We have not been clinical. We have not been ruthless enough. Today, we're very toothless.
Kanebi, another disappointing result. Listen, I told Fake that it just felt like deja vu. Create chances, don't take them, and eventually our defense gets put under pressure. And there's only so much a defense can hold when your attack is creating ample chances and just not taking it.
Well, this game was West Ham Part 2. This was Arsenal West Ham Part 2. Smash and grab. The first half, we had so many chances. We should have finished our dinner. It's the story of our season. We have not been efficient in front of goal. We have not been clinical. We have not been ruthless enough. Today, we're very toothless. We did all the play. We passed all the ball. We didn't score. Liverpool came here with a plan today. They sat back. They soaked the pressure. They took their chances. And we know Liverpool have so many match winners. Yes, Kiwior was unlucky to get an own goal. But we ourselves, we know that we are terrible at set pieces right now. Why are you conceding free kicks at the edge of the box? With Trent Alexander-Arnold, one of the, if not the best, free kick deliverer in the world.
Captain as well.
So why are you doing this? So I don't know. I just think he could have removed Jorginho, brought in earlier on, because I think Jorginho kind of like limited us.
Do you think he should have started?
Yeah, we did well in the first half. The only problem was that we didn't score the goal, Shola. We hit the bar. We had one-on-one with Alisson.
Havertz had 2 or 3.
Do you understand? We had a free header. We had another one. Saka was terrible. In fact, this is the worst performance I've seen Saka ever in a national shirt.
Would you bring him out of the team?
The problem is, if you bring Saka out of this team, who are you going to replace him with? Yes, you might bring on your Trossard, you might bring on your Martinellis, but are they going to have the same effect? Reece Nelson put in a shift today, but you could see that he's not at that level. Yeah. He's still, he's not at that level. But I think, yes, the fan base is going to panic. But I think Arsenal needs to regroup, like I said. Yeah. The winter break is here. Unfortunately, we're playing a Liverpool team in the third round of the FA Cup. And they did well without Van Dijk, without Salah. Yeah. We had the chance to actually win this game, but we did not, because all season we have failed to put the ball into the back of the net as many times as we should.
Would you go big in January, or would you just wait it out to summer to get the striker you need?
We have to buy a striker.
In January?
Yes, we have to buy a number 9. We were talking about midfielder. To be honest with you, the main problem is the number 9. Yes, we do need a midfielder to cover if Rice gets injured and if Partey, but the number 9, our XG is too high for us not to be. See me, I'm talking about XG. Imagine the nonsense, and I hate that stat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should be finishing our dinner. Yeah. If you want to be a top team ever in world football, you need to put the ball in the back of the net. That is what the game is about.
Yeah. How long do you give players like Partey and Jesus, who are just notoriously injured all the time, and they're big players for Arsenal? How long do we keep going with them, because they're just not reliable?
Unfortunately for us, like you said, our key players are not reliable. But that is the manager's choice in the summer window. If he knew that Partey wasn't reliable, sell him. If the Saudis came, you sell him. You replace him with a player. But maybe he felt that, okay, Partey was one of the players that helped us get into the Champions League. He wanted to reward him. And also, letting go of Granit Xhaka and letting go of Partey in the same season might have been very tricky for us. But at the same time, let's be real. We have to be ruthless now. We cannot be doing all these favoritism with the likes of Eddie Nketiah. And Nketiah is a good young prospect, but man, look, we need a killer number 9. And the problem now is, where are you going to find a number 9? Yeah. Where? In this market at this time? It's going to be difficult. So, I don't know, man. Let's
talk about the manager. Do you think he's showing his naivety in some aspects of our game? You talked about late substitutions today. I just didn't see the point. He brought Trossard and Smith Rowe on in the 85th minute. To do what? It takes a player 10 minutes to warm up. So, some of the decisions he's making, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I think it's a mixture of both. I think I blame both sides. Where I blame Arteta is, one, the substitutions, obviously, they come in late, and sometimes he's too rigid, he's too predictable in his tactics these days going forward. But also, these players, if Odegaard is taking his chance, Kai Havertz is taking his chance, Saka is taking his
We're not
chance.
talking about the manager.
We're not talking about the manager. We're not talking about making substitutions. So basically, the manager's tactics worked, but the players themselves in the final third, their decision making and the finishing has let it down. You're only as good as your players. Pep Guardiola said this. Mourinho has said this. So for me, all these Eddie Nketiah, all these, you have to be ruthless. Kai Havertz today, number 9, he doesn't really have a shot on him. His movement is okay, but he's not a number 9. You need to be ruthless. You need to. Pep went to go and get Haaland, though. This guy has Salah. 2 deadly killers. We don't have killers. And unfortunately for us, that's where we are. But I feel we're still in 2 competitions. The league is not yet done. We just need to reinforce ourselves. We need to regroup. We need to start putting the ball into the back of the net. The defense is okay, but the defense needs to start defending set pieces better. And we need to improve on our set pieces. Our corners don't pass the first man. So we have very strong problems right now, but I think it's something that we can overcome if we put our heads down, we put it on the training ground, we go into the transfer window, we act smartly, and we pick up. Everybody goes through bad times in football.
Rather now than at the end of the season. So.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that in the Premier League now, there's no time for you to sit down and lick your wounds. You have to strike back. So it is what it is. Shout out to Liverpool. I'd rather Liverpool wins the league than Man City because Man City have no fans. At least.
I definitely want
Liverpool have fans.
Yeah, so I don't want KB running around like a
As for Arsenal, we just have to bounce back. It's another setback. It's disappointing, but we move.
Cheers.